the whole sample space. Complementary events are also exhaustive. When A is a complement of B, then A and intersection B is empty, but A union B is equal to S. We have discussed simple events, which is a singleton. If it is not singleton, it is called a compound event. A compound not compound, we join two or more events together with the union or intersection. As each event having certain characteristic, this means we can join two or more characteristics with union or intersection. Here we should have definition of an event, definition of the probability of an event. So here we have the definition of the probability of an event. Let me find out whether we have this definition or not. Here we have the probability of an event, a classical approach. The probability of an event is equal to the number of cases in A divided by the number of cases in B. That is called the probability. That is the ratio in the aggregate, the ratio of all the A in the aggregate. This is called a classical approach. The other approaches are relative frequency approach or the subjective approach. At the moment, we are not discussing these approaches. Other approaches are relative frequency approach and subjective approach. But remember, in a relative frequency approach means that a relative frequency may also be regarded as a ratio in the aggregate. And it is. We have discussed relative frequency. We divide each frequency by the total frequency. In this way, we have a contribution of each value in the aggregate. This may also be regarded as a probability. The other approach of subjective, which is called subjective approach, in this approach, we have certain intention or likeliness in finding the probability. So actually, this is not a fair procedure for the probability. And this selection is also not random. This means the activity behind this probability is not random. We have certain intention in this finding. Okay, now we consider an activity of rolling a pair of dice, and we have the sample space containing 36 order pairs like this. Okay, as an event having certain characteristics, so in this activity we can define various events on the basis of certain characteristics. For example, we call event A that same number appear in this activity. Event B we define as the sum of the dot is even, and C is the event when the sum of the dots is odd. D is the event that the sum of the dots is divisible by 4. E be the event that sum is divisible by 3. F be the event that sum is 7. H is the event that sum is 11. And K is the event that sum divisible by 4 or same number appear. That means K is a compound event. We are joining K with two characteristics. Similarly, G is an event that the sum is 7 or sum is 11. Again, G is a compound event. Now we try to find their probability. If we look at the sample space, event A, the order pairs favorable to event A are 6 in number, and they are 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, and 6, 6. These diagonal elements are in favor of A. So favorable cases divided by total is the probability of A. Event B showing the sum of the dots which are giving a sum even. So they are 1 1, and these elements 1 3 2 2 3 1, and then 1 5 2 4 3 3 4 2 5 5 1, then 2 6 3 5 4 4 5 3 6 2, then 4 6 5 5 6 4, and finally 6 6. These cross diagonal elements not all, only this row, this one, this one, this one, this one, and finally 6 6. These order pairs are giving a sum even. These even sums are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. And total order pairs corresponding to these sums are 18. So the probability of B is 18 by 36. Event C, giving sum of the dots which is odd. And these order pairs are other than the order pairs which are belonging to B. Please wait 1 minute. B and E. If we look at their characteristic, these are complementary events. These are complementary events. One effect of the other, and also they are exhaustive. Is empty. The union is the whole sample space S. Now look at the event D with the characteristic that sum is divisible by 4. Here we have total possible sums. So which sum are divisible by 4? This 4, 8, and 12. So the elements corresponding to 4 are 1 3 2 2 3 3 1, and the order pairs corresponding to 8, they are 2 4 2 6 3 5 4 4 5 3 and 6 2, and the elements whose sum is divisible by 12, that is only 1. So all red order pairs 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9, these are favorable to D. Therefore the probability of D is 9 by 36. E is the event that sum divisible by 3. First of all, we should look at the sums which are divisible by 3. This 3, 6, 9, and 12. So how many order pairs corresponding to these sums? 3 sums, 1 and 2. 6 sum, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These green 2 and also these 5 green and these 4 green and finally this one. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They are 12 in number. So the probability of E is 12 by 36. Similarly, the order pairs giving us some 7. They are cross diagonal elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the probability of F is 6 by 36. H is the event that sum is 11. Only these two, 5, 6 and 6, 5. They are giving us sum 11. So the probability for H is 2 by 36. K is the event that sum is either divisible by 4 or the same number appear, or we are joining the two events with OR, and in set theory they will be joined with union. So the union of D and A, as D containing 9 elements, A containing 6 elements, and some of them may be common. Now we trace out them. D is the event that sum is divisible by 4. These red elements, also the last one, their sum is divisible by 4. A showing the diagonal elements. So in A, if we look at 2 elements and also this one third, 3 elements are in common. As in the union is also a set, and in sets repetition is not allowed. Therefore, when we join the elements of D and A, we avoid repetition. So in this way, we have 12 items, 12 order pairs in this union. So the probability of this union is 12 by 36. As event F and event H, F is the event giving us sum 7, H is an event giving us sum 11, and we joining them with union. As these sets are having nothing in common, therefore we just combine their order pairs. So we have the probability for this union 8 by 36. So also we have a formula to join such events. When they have nothing in common, their union, the probability of their union will be equal to just the sum of their respective probabilities. So there is a one way to find the probability of the union, that either you take the union of both the sets or apply this formula. First, we have calculated these probabilities by taking the union. Now we apply the formula. As F and H having nothing in common, so the probability of the union is equal to the sum of their respective probabilities. So this probability is in fact this formula is in fact or exclusive events. Now, when the sets are not mutually exclusive, this means they have something in common, like D and A. And the formula for the union now becomes of this form. So following this formula, just calculate the probability through right hand side. Probability of D plus probability of A minus the probability of their intersection. So in this way, we have the same probability 12 by 36, which is equal to 1 by 3. So similarly, we also have a formula for 3 sets to find the probability of their union. Let me consider this example first. Let me find out. Okay, here we have this example. The part two of this example. A card is drawn from a deck of 52 playing cards. What is the probability that the card is either a diamond, a face card, or a king? So in this way, we have 3 characteristics. We are considering 3 characteristics of the cards. And we are joining these characteristics with either or conditions. This means we will take the union of their respective events. So what are these characteristics? A diamond category, a face category, and a king category. Now highlight these categories in this sample space. This is our sample space. Our collection of cards containing 4 categories. A category of club, a category of heart, a category of spade, and category of diamond. Which characteristics we have in our question? Diamond category. So this last line, this last one, let me consider separately. We have this situation, and we have the categories. That our card is a diamond, or a face card, or a king. So this is our first category of diamond and containing 13 cards. Our second category is of face cards. Face cards. These are the face cards. Face cards. These are the face cards, and they are 12 in number. These three, remember, these three are in common. These three are in common. In in these two sets. The other category is of king. So these are the kings. So remember their intersection. Overall, we have, without considering the repetition, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. We have 22 elements altogether. And these 22 are belonging to their union. So the probability of the union is 22 by 52. This total is 52. This is our required probability. So either you draw this diagram and find out their union, or otherwise use the formula. So for the formula, remember, first of all, the individual categories, number of elements in individual categories. In diamond category containing 13 elements. Face category containing 12 elements. King category containing 4 elements. What about their pair? D and having these 3 elements in common. Okay. D and king category having this element in common. This one. This one only. Face category and king, they have these 3 in common. All the kings are in common with face category, and the intersection of all the three, this element is common in all. This element is belonging to the diamond category, also face card, and also a king. This 6. This card is a diamond, also a card, and also a king. So this card will be in common in all the three, is belonging to the intersection of D, F, and K. Now rest of the thing is only to remember the formula. Remember the formula. This is the formula. If we are just counting, put here n. If you are finding probability, replace n with p. The formula is the probability of the union is equal to D means diamond, and they are 13 in number. Face card are 12. So 12 by 52 is the probability of F. Kings are 4 in number, so the probability of kings is 4 by 52. Intersection of D and F, three elements, so the probability is 3 by 52. F intersection and king, 4 elements, and K, 1 element, diamond and king, 1 element, and intersection of all the three, again 1. So the probability is 1 by 2, 1 by 52, 4 by 52, 3 by 52, Simplify all of these. We have 22 by 52, the same as we did in using Venn diagram. So this is called the formula. All the formula for the union are called addition law of probability. This is enough for today because other sections have not reached here. They have to complete the previous chapters. So for you, it is enough for today. Also remember, carefully study this section. In last exam and last class, the mechanical engineering, they were studying with me this subject. The title, their title is engineering statistics, and they were having 4 CLOs and almost more than 200 students. All have completed, all have achieved their all the CLOs except second. Second one is relative probability. Almost 50% would not qualify this CLO. Most of the students have secured B plus grade, but their this CLO is missing. I don't know what is the reason. What is the reason? So be careful. Try to qualify this CLO also. It seems very simple, but a little difficult. So if you find any problem, ask me. I am with you. But carefully try to understand these concepts of probability. Because this chapter of probability, then we have probability distributions. Almost 5 discrete probability distributions and 4 continuous probability distributions. So that's why I think this topic becomes so difficult. So please try to understand. Today 38 participants. I am downloading their attendance. Sorry. Attendance of 38 students is downloaded. See you next time. Okay. Allah Hafiz.